wrestling junkies, and welcome to another episode of Toilet Side Wrestling Talk. Today's guest hails from Richmond, Virginia, and began wrestling in 2015. She was trained by Damian Wayne and has worked for such promotions as CZW, Women's Superstars Uncensored, New York Wrestling Connection, Queens of Combat, Covey Promotions, Beyond, H2O Wrestling, and of course her home of Ring of Honor. She's held the WSU Tag Team Championships with Penelope Ford. She's also held the H2O Women's Championship, which she won in a no rope, no barbed wire match. More on that later. She also held the CP Women's Championship. Shared the ring with likes of Angelina Love, Allison Kay, John Wayne Murdoch, Chris Statlander, Tennille Dashwood, Nick Gage, Davian, again to name a few. So if you want to check out her matches, which you should, head over to IWTV, and there's a ton of them there. So let's welcome today's guest, standing in at 17 feet tall, weighing in at 1,800 pounds. I just described a giraffe. All right, let's skip this part, and I'd like to introduce you, the Maneater, Maria Manic. Hey, Maria.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Do you remember some of that?
It's funny. I feel like that's not. I was literally saying that's not me.
Oh, really?
I've separated the two people now, where it's like me as the person and that wrestler, and I don't feel like that's me right now because I guess it's been so long. I feel like I'm watching a random person that I don't know.
I imagine you're a big hit in my house because when I showed my kids and wife the torture act that you did that was sped up a little bit. They fell in love. And my 7-year-old wants to come in here. I'm not letting him. The door's locked. But he was like, "Can I come talk to her?" I'm like, "No, this is not like, it's not a meet and greet." So before I get into every wrestling and all of that, can I ask you some just random questions that I had? So you were a volleyball player?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How long did you do that for? Was that like in high school and such?
Yeah, it was high school. And then I did like a travel team.
Okay.
In the winter, I did that for about 3 years.
Okay.
I didn't like it that much. I don't really like team sports.
Okay. So did you play any team sports other than that growing up?
No.
No. Okay.
A little bit of basketball, a little bit of I ran track a little bit.
Oh, okay. Next question. I'm sorry. None of these like connect. Tattoo on your abdomen. Mm-hmm. Is it hard to sit through that? Like, because you have to breathe, obviously.
Yeah, it was pretty awful. That was actually my first big tattoo.
Really?
Before that I had one little tattoo on my ankle, but that was like my first real tattoo. The first couple hours I was like so excited to get it.
Okay.
That I had a lot of adrenaline, so it wasn't too bad.
Okay.
But the last like hour, it was absolutely torturous. Absolutely torturous.
But they did it all in one session.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so what's the longest you've had to sit for a tattoo? Was that it?
That was probably the longest, I would say. I think it was like 5 hours.
Oh, God. All right.
Actually, this one right here.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big one. That took probably about 5 hours too. I prefer to just do one, just get it all done at once.
Yeah.
Come back. It's actually more painful because then the skin's kind of still healing. I'd rather just get it done.
I totally understand. Are you stopping or do you have like
a bug? Right now, I haven't gotten a tattoo in at least a year, but I have a lot more I want to get.
Okay.
My back done, my other calf.
Not your face.
No, maybe like chest, neck, something maybe.
Yeah. But nothing on this part.
No.
Okay.
That I know. I mean, who knows?
Oh, well, this question could come up again, but for $1 billion, would you get my name tattooed on your forehead? $1 billion.
Depends how small.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's a good answer. All right. A little wrestling now. What's a forks, tacks, and Lego match? I mean, I guess I understand. It says what it is, but did you wrestle in one of those?
I think I did. Yeah, I did actually.
Do you bleed a lot? Imagine like getting hit with Legos. I mean,
no, you
real
don't bleed.
sharp.
You
No.
don't really bleed from that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I can't remember. I think I did a match like that.
I thought I saw that because I was looking at like some of the different matches you had, and I saw that one. I don't know if you won or lost though, but that doesn't matter.
Was it at H2O?
Probably.
Yeah, I think I did that. I should remember that.
It was on IWTV.
I think I did. I remember they had plastic forks, and I remember I did like a DDT into the plastic forks.
Okay.
It actually was pretty painful, like just the way it hit me. It's plastic.
Did it break skin?
I think it did.
Oh, geez. Okay, what's a good housekeeping match?
Good housekeeping match. That's just like random objects in the ring.
Okay. And then
I did one of those.
Finally, do you prefer death matches?
No.
No, not at all. Are you?
I think there's a time and a place for them.
Okay.
And at that time, I felt like that was right for me, but I don't think that's something I want to do.
Does your body feel different after one of those matches as opposed to just like a regular match?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
More painful.
So I was on YouTube and I came across on your YouTube channel a post, an honest update.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about that for a little bit?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay, great. I'll say this. I have, and I suffer from mental illness. I don't suffer, I have mental illness. So the thing that struck me that you kept saying was like, it's okay to feel this. It's okay to do this. And I think that's really important because a lot of people, and I know I did, felt very ashamed to like have any type of mental illness or anything. Was that an exhausting post for you?
No, it actually felt very, very good to make that.
Okay, like just being able to get that out.
Yeah, and like you said, like just kind of dealing with it. I think everyone tries to turn to like medication to fix something. Mm-hmm. I don't believe in that because it's like you're going to take a medication and you might get rid of, your problem, but you're going to have so many more problems.
Takes away creativity, I think.
And I think you're given mental illness for a reason to see if you can cope with it. And I'm schizophrenic, so that's way more than just anxiety or depression. It's crazy, like it's awful, but I understand what it is now, and I do things that don't make sense. Like I'll just walk in circles all the time, like is what I do. But if I try to not do that, then I'll go even crazier. So I understand the side effects of it, and I just cope with them the best I can instead of trying to like run away from it. And running away from it is medicating myself and getting rid of it. It's like I was made this way for some reason.
Yeah, this is what I was given, and I'm going to work with it.
And I'm not normal. I'm never going to act normal because of it. But, that's...
I forget who I said this to, but like, I said, I have a mental illness, but like, I know myself better than most people do, or people who have mental illness, because they know the triggers. They know like what kind of being in what environment is going to change. So I agree about the medicine aspect. Did you know, like, in your teens or growing up, did you know that you felt differently, or did it not even come?
It actually did not even come about until I was older.
Oh, really?
I thought as a kid that I was like bipolar, maybe, but I didn't. But schizophrenia doesn't usually show up until you're a little bit older.
Okay.
And it hit me really fast, like.
And did you know what was going on?
Yeah.
You knew, like, okay.
At first, it's scary, like, because you think that that's just, like, when you're schizophrenic, you have delusions and stuff. So you think that that's reality.
Mm-hmm.
Now I realize that it is delusions, but you can kind of still live with those delusions, but also ground yourself in the real world too.
Okay.
Because I don't want to get rid of those delusions because
it's you.
It's exactly, it's me. It's my imagination. It's my creativity.
Yeah.
I don't want to, and the medication would flush that out. That's why I'm against it.
Mm-hmm.
I like that part of me, but like about a year ago when I was doing really bad mentally, I was completely living in that world.
Okay.
In my head. I wasn't, and it's because of this COVID stuff, everything shut down. So I didn't have any responsibilities. I was still getting paid with Ring of Honor, but I had all day to just sit around and do nothing. So I went crazy. Like,
yeah, I imagine.
Yeah.
Like being alone with yourself, that's sometimes like awful. But
now I just make it like I make sure I'm in both worlds and I'm taking care of the stuff I have to do. And now I tell myself, if I've done everything I need to do for the day in this world, then I can,
then whatever else happens.
Yeah.
Did you ever like initially, did you like seek therapy or anything, or have someone to talk to?
I've done a couple therapy sessions. It's like schizophrenia is weird. No one really can understand it. And even if I were to talk to someone else that has schizophrenia, they're going to have completely different thoughts and delusions. It's never going to be the same. So you're kind of alone with it, and you have to just you're the only one that's going to care about your own problems that much. Someone else will listen, but they're not going to care that much.
Yeah.
You have to teach yourself and heal yourself, because no one else is going to fully understand or really care. Like that's awful to say, but it's the truth.
Did you have and you don't have to answer this, did you have family helping you at all, or recognizing that you were going through something major?
I wouldn't say helping, but they knew something was up.
Was there did you was there a history of it in your family? Yeah, that's usually the case, unfortunately.
So that's when I started to realize, like, this might be what this is. But like I said in the beginning, it's scary because you don't know it's that yet. So you think it's just everyone's thinking like that. Like the way I explain it, the way you might feel if you're really high on drugs, like hallucinating and stuff.
Yeah.
I can feel like that sober.
Really?
Not all the time.
You feel like you're tripping?
Sometimes. It's not all the time, but just seeing shit that's not there, feeling something that's not there, like not necessarily seeing stuff, but it's so hard to explain. Like, but the way that
you're doing fine with that.
When I hear people explain what they feel like when they're tripping, that's my life sometimes. Like,
yeah, like you can't really describe it.
I'm either really calm. I'm very calm right now. I'm put together, but sometimes it spirals up and then it comes back down, and it's like I'm either really low or really high.
Yeah. I was going to say, do you have this is horrible. Like, for people with bipolar disorder, I'll ask this once in a while. When you're on your highs, is it a lot of fun? I mean, do you ever experience highs where like, oh my God, this was so awesome?
It is, but I also have dealt with all this so long that I know I'm going to come back down. So I just kind of
it comes with it.
I used to be really reckless and make awful decisions and destroy my life when I was like that. But now I know it's going to come back around, so I don't do things to damage my own life.
What about are you able to drink alcohol or like smoke pot or anything? And you don't have to answer it.
It's not good for me too.
Yeah.
You know what I realized now? I haven't smoked or drinking in a while, like months. I get high in a good way, not like schizophrenic high, but I get high sometimes just from nothing.
Yeah. Like I don't being know out in the sun.
I don't know if that's God rewarding me for not.
Well, you were given a challenge. I imagine that you have to get little rewards along the way.
Yeah.
It makes the getting through all the other stuff worth it,
I just think if I'm going to be unmedicated, I think being sober would be the best option.
Yeah. I said, like, I don't want to worry about what could bubble up if I start getting like drunk or like so high or something.
I feel like it just accelerates, like, especially alcohol. The alcohol like really makes the bipolar so much worse.
Oh yeah. I had to like basically stop. I'll have like 2 or 3 drinks a year, like a beer or something, just to make other people not feel uncomfortable.
So I don't think I ever liked drinking. I think I just did it because it was what I was told I'm supposed to do, and everyone did that. That's like how you
Yeah.
celebrate and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really like it.
No, I get. You know what? It makes me. One beer will make me have to get up at least twice in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and it really is upsetting. So, like, I know when I have a beer, I'm like, God damn, I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night. Okay, sorry, get away from me. Did you ever go through a thing where you were, like, couldn't even get out of bed?
No,
No. Okay.
I don't get. I don't.
Not depressed.
I get. I have like not that kind of depression. I have
Mm-hmm.
depression where I'm sad, but I'm never like lazy, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. So how do you have a good support system now, like as far as like your friends, or especially after people who didn't know and watched that video? Did you have people reach out to you?
Yeah, but again, it's just not really something that like I'm not really asking for help or
Mm-hmm.
assistance for people. It's not something they can really understand, and it's not something I'll ever fully go into detail with because it's like it's weird, scary shit.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's very personal. Um, all right. Can we talk a little wrestling?
Uh-huh.
Okay. When did wrestling come onto your radar?
When I was 17.
Okay. Oh, okay. And was it something that was watched in the home, or did you stumble upon it?
Stumbled upon it somehow. Had
Mm-hmm.
no clue what it was at all.
Okay. Oh,
And
you'd never even seen like any, like you've never
never.
seen like Hulk Hogan or.
I knew who The Rock was, and I knew who uh, John Cena was, I think,
Mhm.
and no clue what it was.
So you turned out, and did you instantly fall in love with it, or did it take a little time?
No, I didn't fall in love with it, but I just thought like these are people that are like they're actors, but they're also athletes.
Mm-hmm.
But the girls are also like attractive. Like it's I don't know what this is, but I think this is something I want to do.
So would everyone like you went to high school with, or elementary school and stuff, would they be really surprised to find out you were a pro wrestler?
I would say, yeah,
They're shocked.
yeah.
Um,
No one at my school ever talked about wrestling. I never heard about it there. I never knew any wrestling fans. Never.
uh-huh. So did you like when you were 17 and you saw this? At what point did it become like, oh, you know what, I want to give this a shot?
Immediately when I found out what it was, I looked up like how to become a professional wrestler
Mm-hmm. Where on Wikipedia?
on Google.
Oh, did someone write it in crayon?
No, I just, I,
What was
this
the
is the one.
answer you got?
It said, find a training school, train for. Actually, I think I looked up. I don't think that's. I think I looked up how to make it to the WWE.
Okay. Oh, so you were ambitious.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with that.
and that's all I knew how to do was look up on the computer how to do something, and I wrote down these steps like I was gonna follow them. It said,
Check.
it said, find a training school, train for at least like a year. I think it said,
Okay.
and then start doing the indies,
Okay.
which is what I did,
Mm-hmm.
and then I guess it said like do a tryout.
Yeah. So you followed all these steps
Yeah,
actually.
I
Uh-huh.
actually felt, and I knew it wasn't going to be something you just snap your fingers and you get it. I knew I'd have to
Mm-hmm.
train for a while and I'd have to do the indies, and I didn't know how long the indies. You can't tell someone how long they have to do the indies before they get a contract. You don't know. There's no set answer to that. But yeah, I really just looked it up, and then when I I knew I had to find a school. I was really scared to. I found a school that was close to my area, but it took me like a couple months to gain up the courage to actually show up.
Oh,
But
okay.
I walked into the school and like I had no idea what wrestling was, and I said I want to sign up.
And what like are they receptive to that? They're like, sure, anyone can sign up, or
They said they were like, "Are you sure you don't want to be a like a manager or an announcer or something?" I said, "No, I want to wrestle."
because you're female?
Yeah, I was a little skinny, little blonde.
Okay.
girl.
Okay. And so you go there, and so you went there one day and signed up, and the first time you went, were you like nervous driving over there?
I was terrified.
Did you sleep the night before? Were you able to?
Sorry, I think we just cut off for a second.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
You stopped it. Were you nervous?
Oh, okay. See, like, were you nervous heading over there, and were you able to sleep the night before?
Probably not. I was terrified.
And
Absolutely terrified.
did that go away like the second day you went?
No, I remember being nervous all the time.
And were there any? Was it just one-on-one?
I was nervous standing on this side of the ring because that was like the highest I'd ever stood on something. Like when other people were in the ring, I'd be on the outside just standing there. I was afraid I was going to fall off.
Oh
That's how much I was a pussy, like scared of everything.
How long did it take for you to become comfortable in the ring?
A very long time.
Oh, okay.
I don't think my first like year of matches, I was very uncomfortable.
Okay. Would you watch those again?
I'd rather not.
Okay. Okay.
I would say it wasn't until I would say when I moved to New Jersey and I started with CZW, started training there. I started to get a little bit more comfortable at that point.
Okay. So that was a while in.
Yeah, it took me a while. I'm still not comfortable. No, I don't think there's ever a point where you're fully comfortable. Like wrestling is a weird thing, like, because it's not fighting. It's not like you're just unleashing yourself and fighting. Like that's I've started to think that's what I want to do because I have so much inside of me I want to let out. But with the wrestling, it's like you have to hold yourself back enough, but also make it believable. But you can't really it's weird. It's like acting, but it's
like you can't cross a certain line.
Yes, and I don't like that because it's like I can't half unleash myself. I'm either all the way or it's like uncomfortable for me.
So it's not like an outlet to get rid of 100% of like your emotion or anything.
No, not at all. People think it's like this big like rage release. It's not.
It's not.
I'd say working out is more of a rage release than wrestling.
Oh, that's actually.
I think you get some kind of a release because you get that adrenaline rush and you get the crowds cheering for you and stuff. You get that kind of excitement, but you don't get to I think any wrestler would tell you this. Like you don't get to really unleash yourself. It's like some stuff like I'm doing the torture rack. Like that's a real move.
Mm-hmm.
You're not faking that.
Yeah.
But still, it's not the kind of release I need.
So did you think you were ready for your first match, or did somebody tell you were?
I was not ready at all. And I think I was told that, but I didn't care. I wanted to I just wanted to get it. But also I definitely had my first match too early, but I also don't think you can some people will just train and train for years and never have a match because they're scared. Like, I'm not ready. You're never going to be ready. Your first year is going to be awful. You're going to fuck up. So just get it over with.
Yeah, really, in any job, like any profession.
Yeah. And the thing is, you're not going to get better until you start having matches.
And so once you start having matches, do you not train anymore?
I was still training.
You're still training. And then at a certain point, you didn't need that. And your training is in the ring when you wrestle.
Yeah.
So
but
the last couple of years prior to 2020, you worked a pretty heavy schedule. Would you wake up in the mornings on the day of a match and be so excited you get to get in the ring that night, or is it more like I have to go to work tonight?
It's never I have to go to work, but it's usually I'm nervous.
Is it fun?
Yeah.
It's fun. Okay.
It's very fun. Like when I watch it, I love watching my Ring of Honor stuff. I'm happy with that stuff. Like you said, I would never want to watch my beginning stuff.
Yeah, sure.
My Ring of Honor stuff, I'm happy and I watch it and I'm thinking that should be so fun. But when you're out there, you don't really get to soak up the experience because you're just thinking about what you're doing and you're so nervous. So you don't really appreciate it until you watch it back.
And then, so where along in training do you start thinking about your character?
I would say when you're ready to have a match.
Okay. And
but no one knows who they are when they first start. You kind of start with no character and then
you see what the crowd dictates, kind of.
Yeah, or you see what you want. I mean, I made a lot of mistakes in the beginning of thinking this is who I am and this is what I want to do, but I was off. But I had to try it. And
has it been more liberating now?
Yeah.
Since. Okay, let's go. Quick question, a female question. So if you have blonde hair, are you okay?
Yes, sorry, dropped.
Oh, okay. Wasn't sure if the phone fell or you did. When you go from blonde hair to black hair, Do you have to dye the blonde hair a certain color first and then dye it black?
I think we did.
Okay.
That was an awful process. I'll never dye my hair blonde again.
So that's in your past.
This is my real hair color.
Is it dark brown or black?
What'd you say?
Oh, it was more about your hair. We'll move on. So where did the Maniac, when did you start thinking, I want to go with this moving forward?
With the Maria Manic?
Yeah. What did I say, Maniac?
You said Maniac.
I'm sorry.
I have so many people say that.
I didn't mean that. I apologize.
You mean the name? Where'd it come
from? Yeah. Like the Maneater.
Well, the Maneater came later, but the Maria Manic, I picked that name having no idea why, and it ended up being so perfect because I'm literally manic.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I had no idea at that point, though. It ended up being perfect.
And then what made you go to Maneater? Was it because you got the tattoo, or did the tattoo come second?
Because of the tattoo.
Oh, okay. And have you enjoyed this, this version of you?
Yeah. It's weird in real life, I guess, like, but also I don't look like I do in the ring in public.
Do your friends or family come see you wrestle?
I don't really have friends outside of wrestling.
Oh, okay. So the answer is yes. They come see you wrestle.
Yeah,
they're there. Is it hard dealing like promoting yourself, and do you ever get rejections or no response from promoters? I'm not saying now, but
in the past.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Is that hard to deal with?
No. I think
you
move on to the next one if something's not.
Yeah. And so Ring of Honor, this is your home now, Ring of Honor. And why did you stay with them?
Why?
Yeah.
I just think they're pushing me in a good direction, and they're letting me do kind of what I want to do, which is more intergender stuff. Not just intergender, I want to do both.
Mm-hmm.
And they're letting me fully be myself. They're not making me, change my gimmick or change my character. It's what it was. And
that's great, because I think the other companies it doesn't happen like that.
Yeah, sometimes you got to pretend to be something you're not, and I just
not
that I am Maria Manic, I'm not, but I can play that better than anything else.
Mm-hmm. And are you booked for anything in 2021 yet, or is it everything's really up in the air? Not booked, but I mean
I think there's a Ring of Honor show in March.
Okay.
There's nothing in February though.
Okay, and then you don't really know beyond that. Is it just show to show at this point?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to let you go soon. Can I ask you 5 yes or no questions that have nothing to do with wrestling?
Sure.
Okay. Have you ever been drunk on a train?
I have to think. No.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Okay. Would you ever hunt a mammal and then display its head prominently in your home?
No.
Okay. For $820, that was the correct answer. For $820,000, would you quit wrestling and enter rabbinical school to become a rabbi?
No.
Have you ever purchased something with the word magic in it, like magic beans?
No.
Okay. And finally, have you ever lived through a pandemic?
I would say I'm doing that right now.
Yeah. All right. You passed. All 5 answers are correct. All right. So do you know who you're wrestling in at the next show in March? Nope.
No idea.
Up in the air. So you're just going to be taking it easy until then?
Yeah, I'm training very hard right now, though, in the gym.
Do you go every day?
Every day.
Multiple times or just once per day?
Just once. I've been doing, this week is all cardio. I've been doing 2 hours on the treadmill.
And do you run outside, or you do it indoors?
Indoors.
Okay, you prefer that. Well, Maria, thank you so much for giving me this time on a Friday afternoon. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it was my pleasure. Take care. Are you feeling good? You're recovered and everything from your injury? Mm-hmm. All right, awesome. All right, well, you take care. Continue to stay safe and healthy, and I'll look forward to talking to you again one day.
Bye.
Bye, Maria. Take care.